I am doing my first ever website drop. It is going to be Valentine's themed, and it is going to be on January 15th, 2026 at 6 p.m. my time. I'll put it on the screen what that is and what that might mean for you. Hi, editing Helena here. Sorry for the jump scare, but I wanted to jump in and say sorry about the flickering of the light. It's like flickering ever so slightly. I thought I fixed it, but there is one more clip later on in the video. I'm so sorry, but now I do think I fixed it. I've changed around my settings and stuff, and it should be fine going forward after this video. So I just want to say sorry, but I fixed it now. Back to the video. I've been filming the process of making this Valentine's collection, and we're gonna have a look at that right now. So let's go back quite a ways to when I started. Oh, hi. I just showered. Ignore that. Using context clues like my sunny demeanor and my voice that's like 2 octaves lower than usual, you can probably guess that yes, I am indeed sick right now. It is the 11th of December, and I've started working on my Valentine's Day collection because I want to make sure that I have some bigger items, and those take longer. Who'da thunk it? So I started yesterday or the day before, and I'm making a cardigan, by the way. This is how far I've gotten, but it's ×2. So I'm making a hexagon cardigan using the Hobby Lollipop yarn. This is in the color 15 Honolulu, I think it's called. When I saw this, I just immediately thought, oh, Valentine's Day. Pretty. It's the first time I'm using it. It's a 4-weight, and it is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. And it calls for a 6mm. I am using, what am I using actually? I'm using a 7mm, just cuz. And I bought 5 of these cakes, and I basically just started making a hexagon until I used up an entire cake. So here's the first one. And then once I did that, I was like, I don't want to mess around with like measurements and how big it needs to be and stuff. So I just did that again. So here's the other one. So that's how far you get with one cake. Now I'm unfortunately at the point where I need to decide how big to make it. I don't really have the brain capacity right now, but I guess I gotta. Ugh. That actually ended up being pretty perfect. So both of the sides that I've done are just shy of completing the 17th row. So like this one, for example, I need to go from here to finish it off. So I'm gonna finish off the 17th row, and then I'm gonna do the joining row. So you go around 4 of the sides and then connect it along the top of the sleeve. From this point, I'm just gonna do one side at a time, I think. So I'm gonna get a new cake and I'm gonna connect it on here, finish off the row, and then do the joining row. And then I have to find out how long I want the sleeves and if I want to decrease anything on the sleeves, or if I want to keep them billowy, or do I want to do cuffs, or like, what do I want to do here, you know? So let's just get to work, I guess. I've made myself a little nest here in the couch, so I'm just gonna chill here and watch some YouTube probably while I do this, and just relax and have a cozy crochet time. Oh, lighting is horrible. Is that better? Maybe. Hello again. It is the 13th now, and I finished the cardigan. I'm gonna try it on and show you properly later, but it's done. It's cropped. and it's cute. So yeah, this is done, completely ends weaved in everything. It didn't actually use that much yarn. I bought 5 of these cakes and they are 200 grams each, which may have been overkill since it's a 4 weight. But I used 2 whole ones, one for each side initially, like I told you. And then this is how much I used of a 3rd cake, a little over half. I still have a lot of this yarn left now. I have 2.5-ish. So maybe we'll make something else with this for the Valentine's drop. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. I have it if I want to use it. And then I did go ahead and start on a new project. I am making a hooded scarf, the Scooty by Paula. But I found a TikTok on how to round off the corner so that it's more of like a hood and it's not so pointy in the back. I have made this before. I made it last year as a Christmas gift for my cousin. And this is the Fluffy Day yarn from Hobby. I have some left over of all the required colors because my mom made me a sweater and I got the leftovers because I bought the yarn in the first place and she wasn't going to use it for anything. So I had these, and since I already used Fluffy Day in different colors to make a Scooty, and it is still on the Valentine's drop, it will still be somewhat that time of year. So I decided to put the pinks together because what is Valentine's Day if not just pink? So this is one square completely done, one side of the hood. And then I've started this one. There are a lot of ends to weave in and I've already done like half of them and there are still this many left. There might be a way to do this without cutting your yarn every row, but I don't have the mental capacity to figure out how to do that. It's probably super easy. So I'm working on this. I'm gonna build this up to match this one, put them together, and then make a scarf and connect that. I'm sorry that I haven't really been showing me doing anything. I basically showed you that I had started the cardigan and then I went, it's done now. It took me 2 days. I'm sorry that I haven't been showing you like as and when I do stuff. I just have not been feeling well and I didn't want to be on camera, basically. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm starting to sound a little bit better. You know, noticeably. Still sick, but I don't want to come on here and talk to you for many minutes when I sound horrible, because who wants to listen to that? So yes, this is what I'm doing right now. I kind of wanted to make some smaller projects, but some of the projects I have planned or ideas for use this yarn, maybe this yarn. So I kind of needed to get the big projects over with, basically, to see how much yarn was left to make those additional things. I'll keep working on the Scooty. I really love it, and honestly, depending on how it turns out, I kind of want to keep it for myself. But we'll see. We'll see. Nothing is set in stone. We will chat later. Hello again. As you saw, I did end up finishing the hooded scarf, and it is very cute. Or scooty, I guess. Very nice, very nice. Now, I ended up doing a border around the whole thing in the darker pink, and I did want to use the white, but I didn't exactly have a ton left, so I went for the dark pink. So this is how much I have of each of the pinks, and then just a tiny bit of the white left. I want to try to make some scrunchies with the leftover pink. I don't think I can use it up doing that, but I think it would look really cute with some like fluffy looking scrunchies. And then I could do like a white border on them maybe. That's my next plan. And then I might also make just some regular scrunchies because I have a new velvet yarn that I've never used before that I would like to try out and see how the scrunchies work up using that. It's black, so not super Valentine's themed, but that's fine. So yeah, that's gonna be the next course of action, I think. And then I also need to see if I can find these like earrings, basically, for you to make your own earrings, the hook part. I need to see if I can find those, because then maybe I can use them to make some little heart earrings or bow earrings or something maybe. Though I might need to buy embroidery floss for that to make them small enough. Maybe. Also, maybe I'll buy some keychain things so I can make keychains. A lot of ideas running around in here. But I've got the two like main biggest things done, which was the cardigan and the hooded scarf. I'm also thinking about what I can use the leftover cardigan yarn for. I was thinking of beanie, but the color changes in that yarn are so like sudden. So I feel like if I made a beanie, it would just be like a like a color blocked two-tone beanie. Of course it has to rain right now. I hope that's not too loud for you. I was thinking about it, and I could like do some controlled pooling, basically just using only the parts of one color and then just like cutting out the rest. I don't know about that one. I could also make a striped scarf using that method and just like deliberately making it like a full stripe instead of it changing wherever. Could do that. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I also have to see what I end up having time for and stuff. I also have this yarn, which is not showing up true to color. It's pretty like bright, but I did get this to make a knit beanie, so I could use this pink yarn to do that. We'll see. But the first plan is the scrunchies, and I'm gonna try to just freehand it so I don't have to look up a pattern, because that's extra work that I don't want to do. So we'll see if I can just figure it out on my own. Shouldn't be that hard, right? I'll play around with it and see what works. Hi there, gang. I promise I move sometimes, but this is just where I sit to do my crafts. I wanted to let you know that I started a knit beanie. This is the Chunky Knit Beanie pattern by Passionate Kelsey, and I am using this yarn right here, which is Amigo XL. It is so soft and squishy and nice. I really like it. It's an acrylic yarn, and it's in the color, you may know that Hobby doesn't put color names on their skeins, just the colored number. This one doesn't have that either. No color lot and no color, and it's the same on both of them. So I don't know what color this is. It's pink though. I'm working on a little beanie, and this will also be for the Valentine's drop. Actually, I haven't talked about the scrunchies properly, so let me go get those and we can talk about them and look at them. Here we are. These are the black velvet ones that I made. They're not like mega black. Obviously it's velvet, but I feel like they have like an undertone of something that doesn't really match. I don't know. It's not very like tall, since the yarn is pretty thin. I think it's a worsted weight maybe, but it's really soft and it turned out pretty good. This is basically the only velvet yarn that I have access to. I have plenty of access to chenille yarn, but obviously that doesn't really work with scrunchies. It just gets too stiff and doesn't want to wave properly. And if you were curious, I got almost 5 scrunchies from one skein of this black yarn. I had quite literally like 3 stitches left to finish the 5th one, which is so annoying. So that's all done. That's also going to be a part of the Valentine's drop, even though it's not very Valentine's. Doesn't matter. And then the fluffy scrunchies, they did turn out pretty nice. I'm not like 100% sure how I feel about them, to be honest. They do have the look that I was going for, but I'm not entirely sure about them. So what I did is I made one of each color, and well, I ran out of white, so I couldn't make any more anyway. But I'm gonna sell these as a pair, I think. And then if they do well, I would make more, I guess. Because I think my issue is that the Fluffy Day yarn is fluffy, but it's not like super fluffy. You know, like this has like, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a slight halo on it. But it's nothing crazy. So I think maybe in my head, I envisioned something even fluffier maybe. But I did make them regardless. So those will be going in the drop. I'm honestly starting to run out of ideas. I had a very set, like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna make, this is the yarn I'm gonna use. But at this point, once I finish this beanie, I'm kind of like, okay, but now what though? I'll figure something out. The goal is to have like 5 to 10 items maybe. I don't think I want to set my sights any higher than that, because I do have a job and obligations. But if we're thinking 5, then I do have the black scrunchie, the fluffy scrunchie pair, the cardigan, the hooded scarf, and then I will have the beanie. So that is 5. So I feel like I'm gonna reach my my minimum requirement that is entirely self-imposed. And also my website has lots of stuff on it already, so it's not like it's gonna be barren or anything. That's the plan. Right now I'm just gonna keep knitting, keep chillin'. And just like that, it is done. It's hard to explain because I thought this would be like a pastel pink color when I bought it. I think it might be showing up more pastel on camera, but in real life it's very bright. I don't know if you can tell, but there's something like slightly neon about it. It's still a light pink. It's just, it's kind of a lot, you know, which is, you know, it's still pretty and I like it, but I was going for more of a pastel pink when I bought the yarn. But regardless, I think this turned out well. I really like this Amigo XL yarn, double stranded like this. It gets so squishy and delicious. I love it. And it's such a dream to work with too. So that's done. Now, what the heck do I do? Let's see. I have a list on my phone of things that I was thinking of making. So let's go there. Okay, I have quite a few things that I would need like hardware for. So I have granny square earrings, a bow or a heart hair clip, bow or heart earrings, bow or heart keychains. So I can't really do those things, at least not right now. I don't really know that I'm gonna worry about getting those done, because I think they would be really cute, but you know, I don't really want to do it because I don't know where to get the materials, and maybe later, not right now. The other things I have on here are fingerless gloves, a heart bookmark, a heart granny square bag, a love letter book sleeve, and a bonnet. Okay. The love letter book sleeve would be very easy to make, so maybe I'll do that next. I don't know how well it would do though, but I guess I won't know unless I try, right? I think all 4 of those are doable. The fingerless gloves, the heart granny square bag, the love letter book sleeve, and the bonnet. They should all be doable. Are they doable with the yarn that I have? I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I decided to Frankenstein these a little, and I'm making a scarf, and I'm doing back loop only half double crochets lengthwise to get sort of like a knit look. And I think I'm gonna do 2 rows of each color. So I've finished with this color now, and then I have these from the half-used skein that I have left after the cardigan. So maybe I'll do this color next because I have more of it. Sure. So I'm just kind of balling them up, and for the first color here, I had to first take this off and then use what was left of this color, and then I had to crack open a new skein to get more of that color. So it's a bit like back and forth and you know, but it's okay. I think it's gonna turn out looking nice. So that's what I'm working on currently. I haven't done anything else. Obviously it's December, it's been Christmas. I've been away doing Christmas things, and I'm actually going away again today. And will I bring something with me to make? Maybe, but I won't film it because that's embarrassing. So we'll see. Yeah, that's the update I have right now, I think. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but the drop now has a set date. But it's gonna be January 15th at 6 p.m. my time, which is this time. I don't remember. Is it CET, maybe? So in a few days, I think, from when this video comes out. Hi there. This is my progress so far with the scarf. I think I've used every color in this yarn once each. 5 different colors, I think. And this is what I have left over. I have this skein, which is the biggest one, but it has been used a little on the outside. I have this one, which has been used a lot on the outside. And then I have some smaller bits of these two colors here. So, I don't really know what I want to do, actually. Because I have one of each color. I think if I did, maybe I could do just all the colors again. And then I'd have like double this thickness. Would that be too much? I'm not sure. I don't think it would be that bad. Because it would be like, you can't see that. Hello? Because it would be like that thick then, which isn't too bad for a scarf, I think. I mean, it's kind of a thick scarf, but it is also kind of a long scarf. So maybe it'll be good as like a bundling up type thing. Do I have enough yarn for that though? Because that's gonna be important. Let's see, the color I started with, I do have 2 sections of here, so that's fine. The lightest color I have 2 sections of. The brighter pink I have 2. The more muted color, or the more like cool toned, I guess, color here. I have this section on this one, and it looks like I have a little bit on the inside here. They look pretty similar, but these two colors are different. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that on camera. There is some in the center here too, but I don't really know if that's gonna be enough. Oh, the like medium pink color. I have this, and I have however much this is. You know what, I think I'm just gonna try, because I don't have a specific thing that I want to use this yarn for anyway, so using up a lot of it would be good, right? Or do I do like a thin scarf? No, this is too thin. It's too thin, so I need to add something else. Sure. We'll just keep going until it's big enough, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. So now I'm just gonna start over. Hi. Here's how the scarf is looking. Now, as you can tell, I haven't fully completed the second round of colors. I still have 2 more rows, technically, or 2 more colors. But I feel like it's getting wide enough. And I'm also kind of thinking about the fact that I have to price this scarf, so I don't want to use way too much yarn, you know? And it is freaking so long. So I think I might call it here. I wanted to try it on to see. You can't see that at all, and it's probably right on the mic. So, sorry. Let's try the way I would probably wear it. Obviously, I would do it neater, I guess. But I think this is fine. I don't feel like this is too narrow. It definitely was. And I think the colors look fine. I don't feel like I'm interrupting the pattern too much or anything. It just kind of makes it look more random, maybe. Yeah, I think this looks fine. So I just need to weave in all of these ends, and then this one is also done. Fantastic. Now, I did mention at some point, I think, or maybe I just thought it, that I would have liked to do a knit beanie with this yarn. But looking at the yarn I have left, I don't think I have enough. I would have to either do striped, or I would have to have 2 different colors, because you double strand it. And I don't know if any of these colors would look good double stranded together. Like maybe I could do stripes, but I'm a little confused on how I would do that when I want to do a folded brim. So how big do I want the stripes? Like, I don't want to be counting rows and stuff. That's annoying. Maybe I'll just crochet a beanie. I think I'm gonna look in my archives and see how much yarn I need to make a crochet beanie. See if I have enough of any of the colors. And if I don't, then I'll make a stripy version. I think that's the plan. Yeah, but I'm very happy to have finished this, and this used up a lot of that yarn. So I don't have 2.5 cakes left. I have probably, if you combine all the yarn I have left, I have 1 cake. This used a lot of yarn. So yeah, I'm gonna finish separating out all the colors and then weigh up and do some stuff and figure out what I want to do. Well, the only other thing I made was this beanie, basically following the same pattern as the scarf I made, but it didn't turn out that good, so it's not going on the website. So we're done, yay, and I have to get this video out. So let's do a little show and tell of what I made. First, we obviously have the big boy, the cardigan. Let's try her on. And there she is. Turned out really nice. I really like it. With the wide sleeves. Here's the back. Very nice. And then we have the, I guess not entirely intentional, matching scarf, which ended up really long. There it is. I don't know how to do this. How do I make this look pretty and also not deafen you with my mic? I don't know. There's that. And then we also have scrunchies. So we have this set of pink ruffly scrunchies. They're a bit squashed right now. That's what those are looking like. Kind of nice as like a little accessory. And then we also have the not so Valentine's themed black one. And I made, what, 4 of these, I think? Oh man, I almost forgot about this. This is the hooded scarf. It's gonna be kind of a lot. Maybe I should take this off. Boom. It's getting very warm, excuse me, So yeah, here she is. I think it turned out really cute. Very nice. Hopefully that didn't mess up my hair. And then last but not least, we have the light pink beanie. And that is all of the things that I made for the drop. Now today for me is Friday and the drop is on the 15th, which is on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So I do still have a few days to maybe squeeze in a couple extra things if I feel like it. But I do have 6 different things, if you count these as a set, but I made 4 of these. So like 9 things. Maybe I'll throw on one more thing, make it 10. I don't know. But my goal was to do like 5 to 10-ish items, so I think we're doing good on that. So again, the drop is on January 15th at 6 p.m. CET, and all of these things will be included, and I hope to see you there. That's gonna do it for me. My website and all my social media, everything, all the things you need are in the description below. If you like this video, consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing to my channel so you can catch all my future uploads. And hopefully I will see you next time.